frank sir, undang-undang tubuh kerajaan negeri dengan Perlembagaan Persekutuan agak berbeza. So how do you navigate this?
Well, apa pun kita buat, macam contoh di negeri Johor, we follow undang-undang tubuh kita yang dah existed begitu lama. Dan juga our rights in our federation agreement, macam contoh isu air, tanah, isu agama, that is all a state.
Of course.
Itu adalah federal guarantee to the state. Sebelum kita join Malaysia, I know there is a line, but you see, contoh perhubungan saya dengan Singapura, there is also a line there, it's another country. But look at what we are able to do between the two of us. Menggunakan macam contoh less of a red tape ataupun too official. Sama juga macam kalau dulu masa time Datuk Seri Najib, Kebahuduli Tuanku was quite close to Datuk Seri Najib. He respect macam contoh apa-apa pembangunan di Johor mesti go through Kebahuduli Tuanku. So to me, it is not more of that other line, it is more of how good is that relationship, perhubungan antara Perdana Menteri dan juga dengan Tuanku Sultan ataupun mana-mana Sultan. You see, with a good perhubungan yang baik dan juga bekerjasama in the best interest of the nation, I think banyak benda yang kami boleh capai. So that's it. I mean, of course ada you have protocol, you have line in certain things, tetapi apabila you have a good relationship, I think there's a lot that can be done, because in the end of the day, it won't benefit Kebahuduli Tuanku, it will benefit the people. So obviously the Prime Minister, siapa saja jadi Perdana Menteri, have to somehow take that seriously.
Tapi Tuanku rasa dalam tempoh Kebahuduli jadi agung, adakah ada expectation daripada Johor? Of course, Kerajaan Persekutuan dia akan cuba bagi secara adil dan saksama kepada semua negeri lah. Tetapi let's be real lah Tuanku, setiap kali ada Sultan dan Raja yang naik takhta, dia ada expectation that something will happen to the state.
Of course, like for example, like I said, the infrastructure.
Macam banjir.
So of course kita nak tengok ada improvement dalam negeri. But you guys are asking me a lot of questions. Why about I start asking you question pula?
Let's go sir.
What do you think of Datuk Seri Anwar punya performance? My opinion, I think he has to execute more in making decision. And I don't know whether he has a good team ke tidak. I don't think he has a good team. Pandangan saya, I think memang niat nak membuat sesuatu tu ada. Of course, he wants to see the country do well. Itu sudah tentu. But I think he has to execute a little bit more, ataupun mesti ada a bit brave atau berani in terms of making decision. Tak boleh jaga hati semua orang. You have to make a decision what's best for the country. And sometimes if that being hated untuk membuat kita dibenci oleh kerana membuat keputusan apa yang baik untuk negara, sometimes you have to bite the bullet. That is pandangan saya. What about you guys? What do you think?
Patik, dalam 100 hari yang pertama Datuk Seri Anwar jadi PM, saya bagi dia markah B-. Saya bagi dia markah A- kot. B-. Saya kata B- sebab permulaan yang okey, tidak ada satu siri kesilapan yang banyak lah macam pernah berlaku sebelum ini. Tetapi pada waktu itu visi ekonomi tak jelas. Dia nak buat apa untuk ekonomi negara.
But you must also understand, he take the seat while country ni berhutang begitu banyak.
Betul. Patik rasa at least at that time belum lagi ada vision yang jelas dia nak bawa ke mana. Lepas tu dia keluar lah ekonomi madani, industrial master plan, energy transition dan sebagainya. So sekarang ni persoalan dia adalah execution. Tuanku sendiri pernah kata vision without execution is hallucination. Jadi kalau jangan kita hallucination lah. Jadi kita risau sekarang ni hallucination lah. Sebab dah sampai setahun Tuanku, plan dah ada, hala tuju dah ada, visi dah ada, perancangan dah ada. Tetapi satu, of course, pasukan dia. Sampai hari ni Tuanku, minta maaf Patik kita kalau openly, nak ganti menteri pun belum lagi.
Betul.
It's been a couple of months already sir, and still nothing. Kita melihat bahawa tough decisions dalam bajet dia tak nak buat. Patik tak tahu bila nak buat sebab dah ada clear 4 years until the next election. Kerajaan stabil, Kebahuduli akan naik takhta sebagai agung, and Kebahuduli has been very clear, jangan nak tukar kerajaan. Dah bagi endorsement kepada PMX, but still timid Tuanku. Itu Patik rasa lah.
I think it's trying, maybe playing too safe in my opinion.
Patik boleh tambah Tuanku, headline tu, the need to chase a good headline, something yang penting untuk the whole cabinet. Jadi lebih daripada delivery, it's berapa banyak kita boleh umum minggu depan. Kalau minggu depan dah umum, satu lagi apa kita nak umum. So pengumuman tu menjadi the driving, we said on the flight, very performative leadership. Maybe not him as an individual, but the whole government as well.
That's what I say.